Hey guys, good morning. This is Diary of a Coach. This is Diary of a Coach, episode 297. 297, Diary of a Coach. We're just 3 episodes away from episode 300. Yay! I'm so excited. This episode is coming to you live from the Federal Capital City, Abuja, in Nigeria, that is in West Africa. How are you? It's a Thursday morning. Gradually, the week is winding down, and it's a lovely opportunity to share this diary with you. Today's diary is titled, Use Your Brain Effectively. Use your brain effectively. One of the major disservice that we do to ourselves is underestimating the capacity of our brain. We underestimate what we can do and what we can achieve. We underestimate what we can unleash by the use of our brains. This morning I would like to talk to a few segments of community. Hey, Tayo, I miss you. Kwana Bilafia. Good to see you online. Thank you, Jumoke. Thank you, Idenyi. Thank you, Omelogo. Thank you, Deme. I love you guys. So, I'd like to talk to a few segments of this community. First, I'd like to talk to the business owners. As a business owner, you are responsible to think and keep thinking and reinventing and re-innovating your business. I found that businesses can actually live a long time if the business owner just chooses to think and invent and reinvent. If you are stuck in a rut, it is normal. It is normal to be stuck in a rut. And it is possible to think out of the rut. So it requires thinking to come out of a business rut. It requires thinking. It requires for you to sit down, think, and come out of the rut. When your business is stuck, it is possible to sit down and think and come out of the rut. So thinking is very important for business development. Thinking is very important for business growth. Thinking is very important for business reinvention. Thinking is very important for transitioning in business. In fact, thinking is required for you to ask yourself, is this particular idea worth it? So that you can either shut it down or innovate around it and scale up. So think for your business. It is not true that there are no customers. It is not true that there is no money. It is not true that people are not buying. It is not true that people don't like your business. It is not true that there is no place to sell. It is not true that people don't like what you are selling. All these are lies. I speak from experience. What I have found is that while you are brooding over what to do around the areas that you are stuck, thinking through it would help you find your market area, market segment, and the right pricing and the right customer, and then you begin to flourish. If you are not in a hurry, you will succeed. I'll say that again. If you are not in a hurry, you will succeed. I think it's even scriptural. It says, the person that is not in a hurry will eat the good of the land. Which means that if you don't rush your thinking, if you don't rush your process, if you don't rush your behavior, if you don't rush your expectations, if you don't rush your outcomes, you will succeed. So sit down and think, this is my business. Where am I taking it? How can I scale up? What do I want to achieve? Where does this need to go? Who does this need to reach? Where does this need to impact? Once you can think through these things, you will succeed. One thing I don't want you to forget, I don't want you to forget the need to think. You must perform that task. It's a lot of work. St. Usa will say that, I can't remember his statistics now. I think he said 3% of people think that they think. Another percentage of people think. Okay, 3% of people think. I think about 15% or so think that they think. And the higher majority, maybe like 97%, don't even want to think. So it's a major challenge. If only 3% of people in the world think, then that's why you can see that they said just about 1% of the world's wealthiest are accountable for 99% of the rest of the world's wealth. So imagine, 1% of the people in the world have all the money that 99% of the people of the world don't have because they are thinking. And then another percentage, I think about 15 or so, they say they think that they think. It means that some of us pretend to be thinking. Some of us sit down, we just ruminate on top peripheral work, and then we say, I'm tired. Then we stop thinking. And the majority do not even want to think. Some people want verbatim answers. That's why some people come to me for coaching, and they're asking you questions. You're asking them to do some tasks. They will not do it. They want you to do the task. Think the thinking and tell them what to go and do. And then even as they're doing what you tell them to go and do, they'll be asking you micro questions. They want you to micromanage them because they don't want to think. You cannot succeed in this life without thinking. You cannot. And this goes to parents. This goes to lovers. Lovers, I expect us to step up to the plate. You know, lovers should invest in their lovers and their love relationships. Think, how can I make the right adjustments to make my relationship more memorable, more experiential, more happy? I found that lovers place too much demand on the other lover. How about placing the demand on you? How about you asking yourself, how can I make my lover enjoy me better? How can I make my lover feel that they enjoy this relationship? How can I make my lover feel that they are grateful they are in this relationship? How can I make my lover appreciate that I'm in his life or her life? How can I make my lover wish that this can never end? How can I make my lover find it difficult to not think about me? Are you thinking these things? These are the questions to ask. Because if you are asking these questions, you are thinking through how to adjust, how to improve, how to incentivize, how to give, how to share, how to become better. It's a very powerful thing. It's a very powerful thing. So there is a book I read, Six Thinking Hats. And that book, I read it in 2012, written by Edward de Bono. And he says that at the beginning, you will struggle to think. But later, you get used to thinking. Oh, Peace just wrote that. Imagine, thinking is tasking at first. But with consistency, the process flows easily. Yes. At the beginning, thinking is a lot of work. Thinking is something you are reluctant about. Thinking is tasking. Thinking is boring. Thinking is stressful. But guess what? Once your brain clicks into that flow, to stop thinking becomes a problem. So people wonder how I'm able to churn out stuff after stuff after stuff. People tell me that I get answers on the spot for things that they ask me. I guess it's just overdrive of thinking. I'm always in that thinking mode. I'm thinking about my business. I'm thinking about solutions. I'm thinking of what next to do, what next to do, what next to do. So I think that we all can be proactive with thinking. Think about how to make your child's life better. Think of how to make your spouse's life better. Think of how to make your employer's life better. Think of how to make your employees' lives better. Think of how to make your business better. Think of how to make your job better. Think of how to make the community, the street you live, your neighbor, your own house. If you rent a person's house, think of how to make the landlord's house better. These are rare angles that you can choose to flow into, and you just realize that God will respond to you with a lot of blessings. So today's episode is all about tasking us to think. Think. That's why this week is the week of thinking. This week is a week of good imagination. This week is the week of creative thinking, and that is why I'm talking about thinking. Think on these things. Think on these things. Think. As a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. So if you see, everything revolves around thinking. Think. And once you get used to thinking, you become a major power, a major force of nature, and God will continue to lift you high and high. Woo! So that was episode 297 of Diary of a Coach. Yesterday we announced some powerful mouth-watering, prizes to attend the BSG Summit. Now, the first prize is gone. business class tickets, local return flight business class tickets is gone. We have 2 more prices. We have a 10 staff training on mental health is available. We have a 50% discount to sleep one night at Fraser Suite Abuja. Fraser Suite, I hear, is a 7-star. Is it 7-star or 6 or 5-star? I can't remember. Hotel. You want to go to Fraser Suite and pass one night on our account. 50% to go. And everyone who pays an early fee, the fee, 55k fee of between now and February 12th, if you pay that fee, you are automatically entitled to a private strategy session with one of our facilitators, Mr. Demola Banjo. It's so much value we're adding. Value after value. Party after party. Value after value. So you don't want to lose out on any of these values. This is coming to you again with all my heart. Thank you so much for watching Diary of a Coach. I still want you to subscribe to my book based on logistics that comes out 1st of April. I'd still like you to register for a masterclass for goal setting coming up 15th of February. There's so much value that we're giving out to you, and you just would always want to love to have one. So thank you for watching Diary of a Coach. The time is up now. I need to run back to retreat because we are making sense where we are. Have a wonderful Thursday. Enjoy yourself, and don't forget to share this video. And beyond that, think, how can I be better today? How can I make more money today? How can I make someone smile today? How can I make someone fulfilled today? How can I make the world a better place today? What can I do to make everything sengemenges? That's how it should be. So thank you guys. Have a wonderful day. I love you. Bye.